Are you losing money on your existing investment property and convincing yourself that it's all just for tax benefits? Negative gearing could be setting you back on your investment journey. Tying up funds into your existing properties restricts your serviceability, which is just the capability of you being able to make your mortgage repayments. And in turn, this controls your borrowing capacity. If you want to learn more about why you should avoid negative gearing, you can watch my previous video that I'll link in the description below. If your expenses outweigh your income on your investment property, you're making an overall loss. Some use this strategy to negate the amount of individual tax payable, and if this is your goal, then it's a great strategy to use to do so. However, if you want to grow your investment portfolio, having negative cash flow can hinder your serviceability, and the banks may limit your borrowing capacity, which will prevent you from buying your next investment property. If you've already got an investment property that is negatively geared, let's break down the specific areas and the contributing factors that may be causing it to be negative, and hopefully we can turn it into a positively cash flowed investment property. Basically, all we want here is the income on your investment property to be higher than your expenses on your investment property, generating a positive cash flow. Firstly, let's talk about your outgoings. Interest repayments on your mortgage is going to be your biggest expense, and the best way to get these down is to refinance. If you've been a loyal customer to a major bank for the last 20 years and you've got your home loan with them, you've got your savings with them, you've got your credit card with them, you're most likely overpaying. Visit a mortgage broker. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't cost anything, and can virtually be done 100% online and over the phone. My mortgage broker lives in a different state, and we've done 3 home loans together without any hassle. Mortgage brokers have access to a wide range of lenders and their individual packages, and one of these packages is going to be right for you. Rather than you going to visit your current bank and seeing an in-house home loan specialist who's only going to be limited to their bank's packages and their bank's rates that they've set. Agency costs are irritating. Leasing fees, administration fees, management fees, lease renewal fees, they're all basically the same thing with a different description and title. Not to mention the ongoing extras like end of financial year statements, advertisement costs, board costs, floor and site plans, they all just get out of control. Make sure your current agency is always being competitive. There are tons of agencies out there on the market, and it doesn't hurt to shop around in between tenant agreements. Or you could even consider becoming your own property manager. Websites like Cubbi, which I'll link in the description below, allows property investors to become their own property managers. They provide a platform for you to rent your property out without needing the requirement of an agent, pretty much slashing all your agency costs. House repair costs do sneak up on you, and they always seem to come at the worst time. Although these are mostly hard to control, there are some things that you can set in plan to prevent your housing repair costs to blow out on you. Your properties should be treated like your cars. If you use good quality fuel, service them regularly, and drive them sensibly, they're not going to blow up on you all at once. Sticking good tenants in that are going to look after your property, fixing minor repairs in between rental agreements, and regularly increasing your rental amount is going to keep your repair costs at bay. If your current tenants are asking you for a specific repair, try and make it a win-win scenario. Let's say you had an old gas heater in the house and it just blew up, and it's going to cost you $500 to repair. You should go back to your tenants and propose to them that you're happy to put a brand new split system in, only if they're happy to accept a $20 per week rental increase. This way, you're not only keeping your tenants happy, you're adding value to your property, and you're getting a higher return on your rental agreement. Council fees are another ongoing expense that dig away at your profits. And although there's not a lot that we can do here to reduce the costs, all we can do is ensure that you are paying the correct amount. Our rates are calculated by multiplying the value of your property by the rate in the dollar. So let's say that you had a house worth $250,000 and your rate was 0.0042 cents. You'd be paying $1,050 per annum in council rates. Your property's valuation directly affects your rates. If your property valuation increases, you're going to be paying more in rates too. Your rate notice should give you the specific details on how your rates are calculated, so please check them thoroughly to make sure that you're not overpaying. Strata fees don't impact everyone, but for those of you who are impacted, make sure that you're constantly reviewing your strata management plan. Do some research on the costs that are associated with your strata management plan, and don't be scared to confront your body corporate about the concerns that you have. You could even consider becoming a self-managed body corporate. There is no legal requirement for you to engage a strata manager. Now let's talk about your net rental income and how to increase the money coming in. Just increasing your rental agreement annually isn't the only way that you can increase your cash flow. However, if your expenses and your income are quite close, sometimes this is just the best approach. If your current rental agency isn't proactively trying to increase your rental agreement, it's probably time to try and find a new one. In the meantime, just get in contact with them. Ask them what their recommendation and approach is for increasing the rental amount. Don't be scared to go to 2 or 3 other rental agencies just to get a comparative rental estimate for your current property's rent value. Granny flats are heavily talked about in the Australian property market, and for a good reason. If you can find a second source of revenue from an existing property, or even subdivide, build a second house on a bigger block and then rent that one out too, you could significantly increase your rental returns. Short-term stays are the route that we have gone down, specifically Airbnb. This is more of a side business than just a passive income, but with a small amount of additional effort, you could considerably increase the amount of return on your investment property. As always, seek your own professional advice for your current situation. These videos are just my opinion and the way that I've achieved the results that I have. If you want more content like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and until next time, happy house hunting.